And Adam, Pokemon fans, welcome to Wild Podcast Has Appeared, episode 97. We've done this 97 times.
So many times.
97 weeks. For 97 weeks, I, Jim Viscardi, along with Megan Peters and Christian Hoffer, have gathered together to give you an hour to talk about Pokemon, update you on the goings-ons, ins and outs of our favorite franchise, in addition to helping make you a better, smarter Pokemon fan. And we're so close to 100, guys. I can almost taste it.
Yes, and then the sweet, sweet release will come.
What? All right. Well, that's Hopper's opinion.
If you are a new listener to this show, let me break down the show for you really quick. We do news in the first half. Then we do a deep dive in the second half, and then we get a Pokemon fact at the very, very end. You can listen to the show wherever podcasts can be found, or if you want to get involved live, twitch.tv/comicbook every Monday at 12 Eastern, 11 a.m. Central, 9 a.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. across the pond. It's a lot of fun. So if you can catch it live, there's usually a bunch of hijinks. Not that anyone who listens to the audio may be missing out on stuff, because we don't really cut anything out. But, if you want to ask a question or you want to make a comment on what we're talking about, live chat's where it's to be, the place to be. So, should we just jump right into it?
Yeah. Let's do this. I think everyone is, including our audience, is a little bit shell shocked by daylight savings time. So jumping right into stuff might be the best to here.
We're all just trying to look. When I woke up this morning and it was dark out, I was like, "Come on, don't give me that." To be fair, it is nice and lighter. The sun stays out a little bit longer in the day, so I will trade it off.
I do appreciate that. I will.
But the fact that I have to turn on all the lights in my house in the first thing in the morning is just like, woof.
I mean, for me, the plus side is my child now, my infant now almost sleeps until 7 in the morning. So, this is great. Just freaking great.
All right. Well, first question: did anyone take part in the event for Pokemon Go this past weekend?
The Incense Day.
Incense Day.
No.
Man,
I saw a ton of people complain though.
Ooh, man, so did I. I watched a few streamers. I was checking in on Twitter and whatnot, and man, that shiny rate was low. No, I mean, Christian, you're about to retort that with people should get their expectations too high, but it's an Incense Day. You should. One dude streamed for 5 hours, got 0 shinies.
I was about to say, hang on, let me go back into the notes and see where it said the shiny rate was boosted. Oh wait, it didn't. It was not. That was not what this event was billed as at all. So I don't know why people are mad about a thing. Yeah, I'm ticked that I participated in Beldum Incense Day and I didn't get I don't know, Zekrom appearing in the wild every 30 seconds. Gosh, I'm so upset about this thing that wasn't advertised not happening. Oh, geez, man. There's valid complaints, about Incense Day, and it just didn't really appeal to me. The draw of it wasn't that great. I already have a couple of Meteor Mash Metagrosses. I don't need more.
Night Fighters in the comments saying, makes a great point. It was a candy event, not necessarily a shiny event. Where the Incense Days are not like community days where the shiny rate is boosted on community days. But I will agree with Calder 27. The 1 coin bundle was a little lackluster. Because I don't have many coins, and so I look forward to those bundles, and that one was not pretty. So
hopefully nobody spent money on it. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I get it was not an event that appealed to me at all. So I did not participate in it actively. However, I do feel with Pokemon Go especially, and this is a kind of an issue with the whole Pokemon franchise and the fandom's expectations. People will often think that there is, they expect things that are not advertised, and that's inevitably sets them up for disappointment 100% of the time. Do you remember the New Year's event?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The where like people were like tuned into that, that pretty cool stream about space, where it's like, the entire
Space
thing
stream.
was, oh yeah, we're gonna watch the sunrise in space for the first time in 2021, and then people were like, where are my Sinnoh remakes? And it's like, where did you guys get that expectation from? And it's stuff like that. It just kind of spoils the fun for the rest of us. And I get it. Like I said,
and I mean, that's really become like a larger fandom conversation in general online. I mean, if you are at all plugged into nerd Twitter, I mean, you saw those conversations with Marvel and WandaVision. But the Pokemon franchise, especially Pokemon Go, especially as that app has grown and they have seen like, newer players, talking about like community days and shinies, they're not familiar with it. So they just kind of go with what other people theorizing as like, gospel truth. And that was a lot of the people that I saw complaining on my feed were a bunch of new players like, oh, I thought that this was supposed to be, I was supposed to get shinies. I haven't gotten them before, that kind of thing, which it's a shame because again, it was never promised to this event, but because of the way that this information was just disseminated online, it's just kind of like word of mouth. People took it as truth so that they were, unfortunately let down for no good reason, and that kind of gave them like a bad rap, which I think is unfortunate.
Yeah. I mean, look, whatever. It's not going to be it's not like it's the last event or whatever. We'll get plenty more to come, plenty more to be upset about, and we'll go from there. That said, why don't we just jump into some of the news?
Yeah, sure.
Please do.
So let's, I'm trying to pull up our sheet. There we go. Okay. So this week we have a new event. The Charge Up event starts this week.
Yeah. So this is all about electric type Pokemon. The big thing is there's two big additions. The Dynamo line is getting added to Pokemon Go, which isn't necessarily like a big deal for Pokemon Go, because Dynamo and its evolutions aren't exactly like exciting Pokemon. But if you are a collector in like Pokemon Home and stuff like that, that line of Pokemon is really hard to come by. Because they haven't been in a lot of it hasn't been in a lot of Pokemon games as of late. So that should, it's kind of like the Deerling and Salzbuck issue, where they were just hard to get Pokemon if you are trying to get a complete Pokedex in Pokemon Home using the GTS, and so that should help solve it. The other thing is Therian Form, the Therian Form Thundurus. I'm like, which one is it? It's the one that's literally the electric type. Thundurus will be appearing for the first time, and so it's the cool looking version of Thundurus. Not really any major changes besides that. So but it's their first, like, they've been doing these kind of like themed events based around a type, and this is the first time they've done an electric type event.
Speaking of that, the community day for this week is Voltorb. So if you need a shiny Voltorb in your collection this Tuesday, make sure you go out and get it.
No, yeah, go and get that Voltorb, guys.
Whatever. Shiny Voltorb's not a bad. Not a bad looking shiny.
Isn't it just like reversed?
Yes.
That's what I thought. So oh no, it's blue. It's blue.
Is it?
It's not reversed.
Oh no, I'm thinking of. Now I have to pull it up. Oh, you're right. It is blue.
Yeah. No, okay. That one's not a terrible looking one.
Yeah. Plus, there's well, actually no. I want to talk about the loading screen one, because that one actually got me pretty hyped. So we have a new loading screen.
Yes, that will go live as of 8 p.m. Eastern time.
And this is thanks to a data mine, right?
Yeah, like they I mean, got pulled in, and there are people who
are getting it
when
now.
stuff gets when they upload new images into Pokemon Go, there are people who immediately know about it. So it got leaked early, it looks cool. I mean, they always do. This one has Xerneas, and it's standing on top of a waterfall, and there's a bunch of Pokemon kind of in like the pool underneath, kind of like doing their thing. But there's a bunch of new Pokemon teases. Xerneas is obviously the big one. Hopefully they add a good fairy type move, to like the moves before Xerneas gets put in, because otherwise, what's the point? But Sylveon is in there, Aromatisse is in there, and Pancham is in there. So definitely seems like some sort of fairy type event is coming up. Pancham is a pretty popular Pokemon. Some cool stuff looks to be coming. We all kind of expected that Xerneas was going to get added in there, because what else do they have left? Well, and it's the Searching for Legends event, and they need to put legendary Pokemon in the game, and there's not a lot of legendary Pokemon that are Kalos Pokemon. They deliberately de-emphasize that for Gen 6.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, and then Candy XL Candy is supposed to be easier to get or come by.
Yeah, so any evolved Pokemon or legendary Pokemon that you get will automatically come with Candy XL. It's quite frankly is a way to get push people towards raids, because a lot of evolved Pokemon, the only time you see it in the wild are is through raids. Like most evolved Pokemon are raid specific, but it's an extra reward for catching Pokemon after raids. It's a good way of farming. It's better than what it was. Like that's kind of my stance. It's like, this is a better system than what was there before, so I can't really complain about it.
Yeah. I mean, look, I like it when they make changes like that, because it just, there are plenty of things that Niantic does that were like, are they even listening, kind of thing, and then they make a move like this and you're like, oh, okay, maybe they are.
Yeah. Well, they said they were going to do this a while ago, so
but they say they're going to do a lot of things a while ago, and so when we actually get them, it is really a thing. So all right. So anyway, and then I think the last little bit of news is the referral program, which is actually a pretty cool thing. Yeah.
So we're getting referrals now. Basically, if you refer someone and they get back into the game, or they start playing the game for the first time, both you and them will be eligible to get extra like Pokemon encounters and incubators and some other stuff like that for hitting certain milestones. So I guess it unlocks some, like, I don't know, maybe like timed research, something similar to that, or special research. Who knows?
But this is for new players only, right? Not lapsed players?
No, it is for lapsed players.
Oh, it is for lapsed players. Okay, cool.
So right now it's Australia. It's only Australia, but it'll get moved to other stuff here eventually.
Yeah.
That's great. So yeah.
All right. So that's all the Pokemon Go news that we've got. Let's go to the anime where
no, let's not. Jim, stop. Let's not go to the anime.
This is going to cause some problems, or not some problems, but there are people who have issues with Gos Latest Catch.
I mean, Go is basically just Ash now. Like, they have legitimately, so basically, let's just discuss this.
Yep.
For spoilers for the anime in Japan. Just everyone who's listening, just know that's coming. Go has caught Grookey. Grookey and Go, they are together now forever. They have, I mean, it was spoiled before in a kind of a promo release. It showed in Japan, they released a poster that showed all of Ash's Pokemon, you know, Gengar, all the lovely people that we know. And then it showed Go's, and it was all of the Galarian starters. So he has Cinderace, he has Sobble, and he has Grookey now. The kind of backstory with this Grookey is it's pretty like interesting how it kind of works with Team Rocket. And, you know, there's like this, it's weird how, again, Go like just kind of like vibes with them telepathically, and all the Pokemon come to his yard. It's very strange. But yeah, so Go has officially gotten all 3 of the Galarian starters. Ash is 0 for 0 on all of them. He has none. He did not catch a single Galarian starter. I mean, he has gotten Galarian like Pokemon and variants, but he does not have a starter, which is pretty surprising for a lot of fans. Everyone had banked on Ash catching Grookey because he has a history with grass-type Pokemon. Obviously, the OG Bulbasaur, shout out to Hoffer right there. Like, we all expected Ash to get Grookey. Didn't happen. Not at all. Not a single bit. And it really just kind of feels now that Pokemon Journeys is almost trying to turn Go into how Ash was kind of in the original days of kind of the Pokemon anime, and even, you know, kind of how Ash was frequently. And like, I feel like they want to kind of turn Ash into a more elite trainer that doesn't even have to worry about getting these starter Pokemon, but it hasn't really done that change very well. So it just kind of feels empty.
Okay, here we go. Devil's advocate. First, I want to point out Acme White in the chat saying, Grookey, I would have preferred that Team Rocket kept Grookey instead of Go. But here's how I kind of see it. I like that Ash seems to have stepped up. Like, Ash is still Ash, right? And still has, you know, a lot of his you know, same personality types. I think a lot of us have really come to love. But I really feel he is they're elevating him to this kind of like mentor role, right? Like, he's not like a true mentor just yet, but there have been a number of instances where he has, you know, called out Go on in certain instances, and it is kind of helped shepherding that along, where like, I don't think Go is ever going to become Ash, right? But I like the idea that we all have this understanding that Ash has all of this experience. And so I don't, you know, Ash not getting the Galarian starters, like, does it matter that much?
See, I agree completely with that statement. Everything you just said, I agree. I like how they are elevating Ash beyond a status that he has enjoyed for the last decade plus. I mean, Ash has been a very static character in terms of his, you know, trainer progression through the anime, because they always reset him back to 0. You know, right. Pokemon Journeys has been different in that aspect. And so they have tried to elevate him to be more of kind of a mentor friend type to Go, which is why Go has kind of taken the spot that Ash, you know, enjoyed, you know, in XY, Black and White, you know, the previous anime where, you know, Ash was kind of struggling and reset back to 0, like Go is at 0. The only issue I have is that Pokemon Journeys, I still don't think has given Ash the opportunity to really flex that mentorship skill and to really kind of show his elevated status now as a trainer, especially since he's the champion of the Alola region. I feel like it's really kind of failed to highlight that. So these starter catches, which are kind of hallmark, you know, tropes in the anime for Ash to catch a starter, it kind of feels a little bit hollow because we haven't gotten that backup yet. So I would just like to kind of see a little bit more focus on Ash in that regard, because then it would have made this feel way more deserved for Go, because they're kind of, you know, always playing off each other.
My major issue with it is, you know, like, I thought that when Go had, you know, Score Bunny / you know, now it's a Cinderace, you know, I thought that was cool. Signature Pokemon, you know, follows Go around all the time, or follows it's like Go's version of Pikachu. Then also Sobble's going to be here all the time, but Sobble really hasn't like grown or advanced at all. You know, Sobble has been very static, and you know, it's taking the crying Pokemon trope that we've seen with, you know, like Noibat and a few other Pokemon, and now, you know, Ghost got a Grookey too, and it's like the issue for me, it has nothing to do with Ash. Like I could really care less. Like Ash's route is very different in Pokemon Journeys than it has been, and that is cool. Like, I'm okay with all that. So I don't even need Ash to get like, starter Pokemon. What I do feel Pokemon Journeys has not figured out how to do yet is how to properly give these Pokemon that Go keeps catching like spotlights. Like, we get it with Cinderace because, Cinderace is there every time. And so they're like, okay, we're going to do that with Sobble and Grookey too. But with Sobble, it's just like, I'm not really feeling like, what I've seen. And mind you, I don't watch the Japanese version of the anime regularly. But from everything I've seen, like, we haven't seen like the bond between Go and Sobble in quite the same way that we've seen Go. Like, I guess it's kind of like, what is Go going to do here?
Yeah,
like,
I'll agree with you in that. Like, I feel like Go has caught too many Pokemon, which is, I think, is just the problem. Where, like, I feel like Ash has traditionally always kept a manageable like team roster, whether or not like the Pokemon he's encountered, he may have had important moments with, but may not have necessarily stayed on his team. And so, whereas in this case, like Go is just catching those Pokemon, and then they just like sit in his pack, right? Like, have we seen Scyther in a while? Like, I feel like,
they pop up in the back, and that's the issue. They show up like, in like the group shots and things like that, but
there's no personality.
Yeah,
there's nothing.
there's no personality, and it's just kind of like, when we see all of Ash's Pokemon, when we've seen that, we haven't gotten like a good, when like Bulbasaur came back in Sun and Moon, that was a cool moment because we remembered all the cool things Bulbasaur's done, and Squirtle, and Totodile, and the Tauros. Like, even the freaking Tauros, which, we couldn't even see those Pokemon get caught in the United States because that episode had guns in it. But like even those Pokemon like have this history, and it feels like they're really trying to rush Go. And part of that is just like the nature of like what Go's quest is in Pokemon Journeys, which is like gotta literally have to catch them all. But the problem is they are trying to like mimic kind of like oh, look at, here's all the things that Go's got, and it's like I don't care. I don't care at all. And it's not even because I detest Go. Like Go at this point is just kind of like he's just he's whatever.
He's a character.
Yeah, he's exists like, and part of that is like like I don't think they have figured out the right balance between like Ash and Go yet.
Yes.
And I think what everyone was banking on with Grookey being Ash's Pokemon instead of Go's Pokemon is that people like Grookey. People like Sobble. And they're, with Sobble, it's like, okay, Sobble's there every episode because, Sobble's like crying and he sits on Go's shoulders and, like he gets like little interactions, but, he doesn't get used very much. And so people were hoping, I feel like, okay, we can avoid that because, how is the Pokemon Journeys going to balance like spotlights with Grookey and spotlights with Sobble? And also, like Cinderace is still around too. Like, he's still a thing. And it feels like what Ash does, which are the big Pokemon battles, and this very, lofty quest of being able to fight Leon and the whatever they're calling the championship league. I'm blanking because it's daylight savings time and I'm perennially underslept. But I feel like that's the big issue. Is it's like, what is Go going to do with Grookey?
Yeah. No, that's fair. All right. Well, we got to take a quick break. We will come back. We'll open one of these, and then we will get into. For those who are listening, I just held up a pack of Shining Fates because I still have some to get through. Maybe this will be the time we get a shiny. Probably not, but who knows? And then when we get back, we will get dig through some Pokemon trading card game news when we get back. Okay.
Wow, Jim has a new camera angle.
Well, this is my card opening angle.
Just so everyone listening knows, we have a new visual of Jim.
Yeah. Like we need to do the like text description for those. Like Jim sits in the exact same office he was in, but with different lighting. What James Spader's character from The Blacklist is nowhere to be found.
Okay, all right. Well, anyway, I opened it up during the break. Let's see what we get. Okay.
All right.
Here's energy.
Hey, Thwacky.
Yep.
A rusted
sword. Rotom. Choodle. Yanma. Morpeko.
Oh, a Eevee.
Yep.
Gos.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, there is actually a shiny
Phalanx.
I was
non-hollow Manphy. Look at that. Boom. I was gonna say if we didn't get a shiny, I would open up another pack, but I got a shiny. We're gonna stop while we're ahead.
Yeah. I'll be 100% honest. Considering my sole experience with Shining Fates has been from watching Jim open packs because I can't get my hands on any of the product. I was beginning to wonder if there were actually shiny Pokemon cards, or if this was just a giant scam put out by the Pokemon company to make more money.
No, they're here.
Oh.
I do have to say, on Twitch, I was watching a couple of unboxings of Shining Fates, just to kind of see what the kind of general look of it was. I mean, obviously you have the people who are like, pay for cards, yada yada. I ran into one, and I wish I could remember this person's username, but I also kind of don't. They basically opened the pack and they had it face down, and then like users could either like pay or like add a sub to open, like to pick a specific card, and whatever card they picked, the guy just took a pair of scissors and cut it in half.
Oh, God. Why? Like,
and I mean, none of them were like super rares or anything like that. Nothing that like, you see in the news and stuff. But like, he cut several shiny cards. Like, he was just like, all right, you gifted me like 20 subs. And then this guy, and he just took scissors, cut it in half, and then he showed it. And I was like, wow. That is so wasteful. I'm sitting over here and I can't get a decently priced blister pack even of Shining Fates, let alone a whole like collector's booster thing like this guy has. But anyways, that's where it's heading now.
So I lied. I'm going to do one more pack.
Okay.
Because now I'm feeling that shiny energy.
Cramorant,
Dartrix,
Fusel,
Spinnerack,
Shinx, Coughing,
Horsey.
Horsey.
Oh!
2 in a row, baby.
Rowlet.
Shiny Rowlet and a
Evil. Well,
Rowlet, that's an excellent card.
I'll take 2 shinies.
We went on a streak of nothing.
Yeah.
And we got 2 in a row.
I think it's, basically because of the good energy that I've brought to the podcast today, not trash talking Jim and his crappy luck.
I think honestly, you're just too tired to do
it. Guys, you have no idea. Teething baby and daylight savings time. It is a combination that I do not wish upon anybody.
Man, I almost want to go for another one, but I'm going to wait because now it's like I've got 2 in a row.
You're flying too close to the sun. Too close.
All right. Well, this week is Battle Styles week. I just got. Oops! I hit my
wow,
man.
This. So we'll go through some of that. Look, I have gotten very lucky that my card guy has been able to get me the Elite Trainer boxes. The Pokemon Company did send me a booster set, so I'm going to probably do those sometime. But I'm excited because there's some fun cards in that.
Mm-hmm.
I went to a different board game store than I usually do, and they actually had Pokemon cards for sale, and they were selling everything like jacking up the price on it. So like they're like, oh yeah, come back in on Tuesday. We'll have battle styles for sale. I'm like, oh, I bet you will. Sale being a misnomer.
They'll gouge you for it.
Yeah, so it's like it's like my normal board game store. They just get ratioed constantly, and so I doubt they'll have very much battle styles stuff. I might try to swing over there this week. But yeah, I was trying to get my hands on an Elite Trainer box. I didn't think about pre-ordering. Yeah, it's bad. It's really bad out there.
Yeah.
So good on you, Jim. Good on you.
Yeah. I told my guy, look, new ETBs show up on the order form. Put me down for one. So anyway, so we got that. So anyway, so that, like I said, so that's coming out this week. So if you can go out and get it, Christian, correct me if I'm wrong. There are 2 styles of the Elite Trainer box.
Yeah, because
this time around, right? Because of the 2 styles, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yep.
So
so
Rapid
that's cool.
Strike and Single Striker Shifu.
Yep.
Yeah.
We did get an announcement for the next expansion for the trading
not
card
an
game.
announcement.
Sorry.
Not an announcement, just a leak.
Oh, right. Sorry, I get confused sometimes. I just see the headline and I go, "Whoop!" It's got to be official. It'll be official soon enough.
Yeah, probably this week.
Chilling Rain.
Yes, Chilling Rain is the next one. Obviously, that relates to Calirex and Shadow Rider Calirex and Ice Rider Calirex, and it'll be all Isle of Armor. It'll be interesting to see what all it does, if it adds anything cool. Like, I'm expecting big things out of the the Calirex cards. I mean, it's a special Pokemon. It's the first Pokemon with 2 abilities.
Yep.
So I'm expecting big things from those cards. Continues the battle styles mechanic that we're going to be seeing battle styles. So get used to that if you don't like it. My only hope, by the way, for battle styles is they eventually bring in a 3rd battle styles, God bless you, localization people, but Single Strike and Rapid Strike just are the most boring names.
Yeah,
just super boring.
Yes.
Yeah, so but yeah, no, Chilling Rain will be the next one. We'll probably get maybe we'll get the Galarian legendary birds, which are my personal favorites.
I hope so, and I hope they get cool art. Those legendary birds generally get very cool cards, and so just with the Galarian designs of these are really, really cool. So I'm excited for that. All right, and then last but not least, in promo card news, GameStop getting in on the action.
GameStop. Yep.
They took all the money they made over the last month and paid the Pokemon Company to get their own TCG card, and they're going to then flip that to make even more money. No, I'm kidding. But if you want, you can go to a GameStop and get this card.
Yeah, and this is the first time. So GameStop has done these giveaways before, but this is the first time that GameStop is actually stamping their logo on one of their promo cards. So this is that is like the big draw. It is a Flapple. It is you get it free if you spend $15 or more on Pokemon TCG merchandise. So if you're looking for battle style stuff, GameStop might actually have it. It's a soft tie-in with the battle style stuff. Poke Beach, which is the website that has their finger on the pulse on all things Pokemon card. They, in the past, when they've done these giveaways, they've also given away like Gigantamax, Pokemon for Pokemon Sword and Shield. So they might be giving away a Gigantamax Flapple for Pokemon Sword and Shield via Pokemon Pass. So good. It could be a double giveaway. We don't know yet.
All right, last card break, and then we'll get to the Pokemon Fact of the week.
You are addicted on this.
I'm addicted. I just got 2 shinies in a row. How am I not supposed to do this?
Insatiable.
Look. I need to come back down to reality. Okay.
Yeah.
I went as far as we did. I mean, look, we opened a good 8-10 packs prior to this, and so here we go. Okay, here we go. Lightning Energy, Dartrix,
another ball guy. Cramorant,
Choodle,
Morpeko, Cacnea, Horsey,
Cufant.
Oh, Raboot.
Shiny Raboot. And then
you know. Well, you know,
that.
not the worst luck there.
It's not. It's no Rowlet, but it's pretty good.
3 in a row.
Man,
now I'm really stopping.
Jim's gonna like run over to Target after this. And,
basically, Jim right now is feeling like the Vegas odds upon him.
Like he's gonna find whatever the meme stock of the week is, like, you know, and buy it up. Like, you know,
Pokestocks. This is Pokestocks.
That's it. That was pretty cool. I was not expecting 3 in a row. Congratulations, everyone who watched it live. You got to watch some history in the making for this show, because everyone knows I've got the worst damn luck on this. So maybe it's starting to change. Anyway, all right, Christian, hit us with the Pokemon fact of the week.
Oh, so this one cracks me up. This is something that you can only have in a Pokemon franchise that's been around or in a gaming franchise that's been around for 25 years. So Ammonite, you know, the fossil Pokemon, extinct to the world. Well, over the course of the last 25 years, Ammonite has been slowly reintroduced to the wild, because people either let their Ammonite that they have reconstituted from, you know, fossils into the ocean, or they get away. They basically, you know, people have just been letting Ammonites go. It's like alligators in the sewers. And this is a problem. And the Pokemon Sword and Shield entry for Ammonite is like, yeah, this is bad, guys. Ammonite has no natural predators. Ammonites are running amok. We're all in trouble. It's like this, you know, the next Pokemon games is going to be called Pokemon Ammonite and Pokemon Ammonite some more, because they're crowding out all the natural Pokemon species. I was just like, I saw that. I just was
but here's the real question. If Ammonite has become an invasive species, what species of what other Pokemon are now at risk because of the Omanite overpopulation? What does Omanite eat?
Shelder.
Oh, R.I.P. Shelder, endangered Pokemon species.
I mean, Omastar specifically is named. So in Pokemon Gold and Silver, you know, talk about dark entries. Apparently, it cracked Shelder's shell with its sharp fangs and sucked out the insides.
Oh,
like, yeah,
wow.
like that is graphic and brutal.
Wow.
That's
Shelder population at risk.
That's like a National Geographic level graphic right there. Oh Lord. I mean, they're gonna have to introduce in like a generation or two. They'll introduce a Pokemon that is meant to be the direct predator
control the Ammonite population.
Yeah, they're gonna be like Pokemon scientists decided to tackle the Ammonite issue and crafted this Pokemon directly meant to challenge them.
It's like we have gone into the lab and we have created Porygon Pie, you know, that's specifically designed to crush Ammonite and Amistar shells.
Well, that's it.
Just like
Rankin in the chat going, look, we're not going to get any more Slowbros or Slowkings with the Shelder decrease, Shelder population decrease. This has wide-ranging effects.
Pokemon ecology.
Yeah, I was about to say, I really need like a Pokemon ecology. Like
that's it. I just need to know what that the circle of life that's being disrupted because of the people just going like, "Hey, I found this fossil. Let's bring it back to life."
Well, and it's just like, and then you give it away. It's like, you know, these are rare fossils, guys.
I mean,
why are you releasing them into the sewers?
Have you seen them? They're creepy as hell. I don't want to keep one of those things.
It's like, oh yeah, some Ammonite managed to escape after being restored. It's like, what? How are you getting your Ammonite, letting your Ammonite gang away? It has like a speed of like 5.
Look, Night Fighters brings up another great point. No Shelders, less pearls. No Cloisters, less pearls.
That's true.
It's affecting the jewelry economy. It's affecting the look. This is wide ranging here.
It is.
Like, listen, the Pokemon world is on the verge of collapse, all because, some 10-year-old kid, couldn't find its Omanyte with its 35 base speed, so that thing moves literally at a snail's pace. And, it's like, and there's Omanyte slowly moving away, and the 10-year-old kid's just like, I can't find it. Oh, well, I'm going to move on because this Pokemon's probably worthless anyways. And Omanyte's just like, yes. Soon. This is literally how we get Lord Helix from, Twitch Plays Pokemon. Right here.
Yep.
Jeez.
Who would have thought we would have gotten a discussion like this from Omanyte?
Yeah, well, we're almost to the legendary birds, and then we will, we are very close. We won't quite get there before our 100th episode. But we are surprisingly close to getting through the Kanto Pokedex finally. It has been a long slog filled with a lot of worthless Pokedex entries, but we're almost there. And soon we'll get a read about what cool thing Chikorita does. Spoiler, it doesn't.
Wow. Hey! Don't give that preview. We got to keep people coming back.
Now we just gave it away. Now we have to just skip Chikorita entirely.
I will not stand for this Chikorita abuse.
The ultimate Chikorita disrespect. Like, okay, guys, we finished the Kanto Pokedex. Let's move on to Cyndaquil. Oh, I totally forgot. Man, I totally forgot. We mentioned it in the episode description. And I totally forgot about the Pokemon Legends Easter egg.
Sorry.
This is totally on me. So, a few people already knew about this. And I didn't write about this for a few weeks just because, I had other things to do. But Pokemon Legends, set in the past, not using Sinnoh starters. And some people are like, why are we getting the Pokemon that we are getting? Why are we getting Rowlet, Oshawott, and Cyndaquil? Well, two of these should be pretty obvious. Rowlet turns into an archer. Archery was away in feudal Japan. Oshawott turns into a samurai. Samurai, things in feudal Japan.
Yep.
Why Cyndaquil? It's because the Japanese name for Cyndaquil is very similar to the Japanese name for a shogunate, the shogunate government. I can't speak. So it is very much a play on words there, which, it's a little bit more vague, but it's like, Cyndaquil has the same ties to this feudal Japan that, that Rowlet and Oshawott do, which is that's actually a cool Pokemon fact. That is the reason why Cyndaquil is the third, as opposed to going with, Infernape, or, they can't use Infernape because that is the Sinnoh starter. But instead of using, Tepig, or I don't know what would be another good, thematic Pokemon. But it's this one kind of makes sense. Let's use Cyndaquil. So there you go. Why Cyndaquil is in Pokemon Legends? That's the reason why. We can end on that.
There we go.
All right. Well, if you want to get in on more Pokemon discussion, feel free to hit us up on Twitter. At PokemonPodCB is the account for the show. I'm at Jim Viscardi. Megan's at Megan Peters CB, and Christian's at Seahoffer C-Bus. 3 episodes away from episode 100. 2 episodes? 3 episodes? I mean, we're at 97. Does that mean 98? 3 episodes away.
Yeah.
In 3 episodes, it will be episode 100. There.
Yes.
There we go. That's the math. That's the math that works out.
That's the math. So we hope you're all join us for that and join us for the ride to 100. But also, if you loved our discussion on the Pokemon Fact of the Week, there are plenty more like that if you check out our library wherever podcasts can be found: iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeartRadio, you name it, we are there. Thank you, Night Fighters. Counting is hard early in the morning. It's not that early. It's basically lunchtime. But thank you all for joining us this week. And again, if you want to catch us live, twitch.tv/comic book, noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, and 5 p.m. across the pond. We'll catch you guys next week. Appreciate you hanging out.